Hey guys, it's Megan, and in today's video, I thought it would be fun to talk about my unpopular art/craft opinions. Now, huge disclaimer, opinions can change, and I truly believe that people are always learning, myself included. So while these might be my opinions right now, as of October 2021, I might have a different opinion in the future. So if there are any opinions in this video that you don't agree with, make sure to let me know why I'm wrong in the comments. This video is all in good fun, and hopefully nobody gets too offended. So with all that out of the way, let's just get into it. Okay, so right off the bat, starting with one that's a little bit controversial, and that is, if you put something on the internet, don't act all shocked and offended if somebody copies it. Now, just to be clear, I'm talking about copying, not stealing, because to me there's a difference. I totally understand being upset if somebody, say, takes a YouTube video that you made and just re-uploads it without any changes to it. Or if a company uses your artwork on a shirt without your permission. That is not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about just more general ideas. Like maybe a DIY fidget spinner, for example. I made a video on how to make one way back at the beginning of that trend in 2017. But when that video did well, there were so many people that made fidget spinners using that same process. And I thought it was so cool. I don't know. I'm not gonna gatekeep gluing bottle caps together to make a fidget spinner. You can't really get mad at that because that's not the kind of thing that you can copyright. Unfortunately, there are people out there that do not understand that. Whenever I first started my channel, I want to say it was in maybe 2014, I made this video and the video got maybe 1,000 views. But I got a comment on that video from this bigger channel that pretty much just accused me of stealing their idea. And the thing about it, I genuinely had never seen their video before. And the videos definitely had similarities. It was for the same project, but multiple people can make the same project. It's okay, I promise. If you want to make anything that I make on this channel for a video, please do. Put the link in the comments. I'll go watch it. And at that point in my life, I just took the video down because I really didn't want to be in drama with anybody. I mean, I still don't want to be in drama with anybody. I try to stay in my lane, but knowing what I know now about copyright, fair use, all that fun stuff, I should have left it up. But at the time, I was 15 or 16. This person had been on TV. They were from California. I thought that I was gonna get sued. I guess I just didn't realize that, suing people is expensive and would not have been worth the time or money for a YouTube video with 1,000 views. But regardless, moral of the story, if you don't want people to copy you, don't put it on the internet. Also, just because you're the first person to put it on the internet does not mean that you're the first person to think of this idea ever. Okay, so opinion number 2 is that it's okay to have hobbies. You don't have to turn everything into a side hustle. This is one of those things, if I had a nickel for every time that somebody told me, oh, you should sell that or you should start an Etsy shop. I mean, I'd have about 20 bucks, but you get my point. I feel what a lot of people don't understand is that selling crafts is a whole lot different than just making them. You have to consider the time it takes to make the craft, the cost of supply, the cost of shipping. If you use a website like Etsy, you have to pay listing fees. With certain crafts, it's going to be pretty difficult to turn a profit. Don't get me wrong, it's not impossible and I don't want to discourage anyone. I do know a few people that have had successful online shops, but one of the key things about those people is that their products were quick and easy to make. All I'm saying is that there's a reason that more people decide to sell stickers instead of crocheted sweaters. And as much as I want to tell you that you should be charging for your time, because you should, it does not matter what your prices are, there are always going to be people that complain that you charge too much. And you know what? If they think that, they can get the stuff and make it themselves. But if everyone thinks that you charge too much, you're gonna have a hard time making sales. Once you finally do make a sale, you need to package the item, print out a shipping label, drive to the post office. It is a whole mess and not something that I really want to deal with. Plus, there's also the issue that turning a hobby into a job can sometimes suck the fun out of it. Not always, but it happens. And if starting an online shop is a path that you want to go down, awesome, go for it, I believe in you. But don't feel bad if you just want to do it for yourself too. Also, do not let people guilt you into making them stuff if you don't want to. It's okay to say no. Okay, so I actually don't know what people's opinions really are on this one, but I've seen enough of these videos that I feel it is an unpopular opinion, which is making fake designer stuff with your Cricut or Silhouette is tacky. Yes, I said it. I'm sorry. it's tacky. And I specifically said cricket because I'm not talking about things like dupes or like things that are inspired by a certain designer. Things like the DIY Martha Calvo necklaces or the Harry Styles cardigan. No issues with that. I think that those are super cute and people get super creative with it. My only issue with the freaking Harry Styles cardigan is that I tried to make one and it did not turn out great. I'm talking more about the fake branding aspect. Like the people that'll slap a Gucci logo on a Walmart shirt. And I mean, I get it, okay? Like, I'm from the generation that thought that, you know, having Aeropostale or Hollister written across your boobs was cute. Don't tell my mom, but she was kind of right about that one. But it's not 2010 anymore. Maybe I'm just hanging out with different people, but I feel like people don't care as much now about having the brand name logo on everything. And 9 times out of 10, the plain shirt looks a whole lot better. The few, like maybe 0.1% of people that would actually care if you're wearing a designer shirt, like, they can spot a fake a mile away. Here's the kind of what made me think of this. I've seen multiple people on TikTok, like, make Louis Vuitton themed bathrooms. Just why? I mean, it's your life, do what you want, but it's just not my personal style. And again, just because I don't like something doesn't mean that it's bad. It's just I would personally not do it. I feel like this next one is kind of unpopular in the art community, but in my opinion, you don't need to be good at drawing every single thing. If you just want to draw people, cool. If you want to draw animals, awesome. Especially if you just do art as a hobby, it's okay to just draw what you like. I don't know why this seems to be kind of an unpopular opinion, but like, art should be fun. And if you have to force yourself to draw things that you don't want to, it's gonna suck the fun out of it real quick. In a lot of instances, it's better to be really good at one thing than to just be like mediocre at a lot of things, which is super hypocritical coming from me. I'm sorry, I get bored. You guys don't even know, like, I'm so jealous of people that can just pick a hobby or pick something that they just do for the rest of their life. I mean, I guess I've always been into arts and crafts, but as you can probably see from my videos, I will be super into one craft for like a month or two, and then I'll forget about it. Some things I go back to eventually, like my sketchbook ideas series, but some things I just kind of do for a while and then never again. Although, I guess if you think about it, like, crafting is actually a pretty good hobby for somebody whose interests change all the time, because a lot of supplies can be used for multiple crafts, like UV resin, for example. I originally bought this to make the little charms with the silicone molds, but I feel like I'm always finding new ways to use this stuff. Most recently, I used them to seal these earrings, which I made out of paper, and this way it makes them waterproof. I've also used it to seal polymer clay pieces, to dome shrinky dinks that I use to make gibbets for my Crocs, to make these glitter pens, and to cover this little gnome decoration that I made for my mom last Christmas. But yeah, where was I going with this? Oh yeah, you don't need to be amazing at every single thing. I don't know if this is like an unpopular opinion in general. I'm pretty sure that it's an unpopular opinion in the crafting community. But sometimes you're just better off buying the real thing than trying to make it yourself. And this is definitely a lesson that I learned the hard way a few times. Sometimes I get so caught up in if I can make something, I don't really stop to think about if I should. I mean, granted, if you're like myself and you're a little bit of a hoarder, most of the time it is just cheaper to use what I already have. Plus, bonus, it makes room for more craft supplies. But one example I can think of is Dollar Tree DIY videos. Love those videos, I definitely get the appeal, but sometimes people, they'll spend $20 at Dollar Tree trying to make something that they could get for $10 at Walmart, and the Walmart version would look way better. And again, another thing that a lot of people forget to factor in is time. I mean, if you enjoy the process, it might not be a huge deal. But an example of something that I've done that was not really worth the time was this cardboard shelf that I made. Sure, it was practically free to make, but the end result wasn't exactly worth the time that I spent trying to make it. Basically, all I'm trying to say is that your time is valuable. Well, okay, this next one, it's kind of a hot take in the art community, which, to be honest, I don't really consider myself part of the art community, but in my opinion, you do not have to draw every day to get better at it. I don't know why people push this so hard. I mean, I guess you might improve faster if you draw every day, but what's more likely to happen is that you get burnt out and then you just start to hate it and then you never want to draw again. And in my experience, whenever I try to like force myself to be creative, it generally has the opposite effect. I feel like you see this a lot with different art challenges. Some that I can think of are the Sketchbook Slam Challenge. For this one, you have to fill 600 sketchbook pages in a month. That sounds like torture. And also, even things like Inktober. I totally admire the people that can do it and stick with it every day, but The furthest I ever got was to like day 7. That reminds me, I haven't posted on Instagram in like 3 months. Oops. That's another thing, like, not to go off on too much of a tangent, but Instagram, I want to do it, but it's like too many people know me on there. People from my family follow me on Instagram, and it's just like really makes me not want to post on there. So here's a self-portrait that I did in 2018 whenever I first started drawing. But here's 2018. And here's 2019. Sure, they're in different styles, but my point is I did not draw every day to get from here to here. I feel like this applies to a lot of things in life, but like you don't need to have this all or nothing mentality. It's okay to draw maybe once a week or once a month or whatever. Something is better than nothing. I don't know, I feel like on the internet people are just toxic sometimes. So yeah, those were all my unpopular art/craft opinions. Did you agree with any of these, or do you think that I'm wrong? I don't know, let me know. Also, let me know any of your unpopular art opinions in the comments. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more videos just like this one. My merch, my website, and all my social media will be linked down below. I love you guys so much, and I will see you guys later. Bye!